Khalistani extremists attacked Hindu-Canadian devotees at the Hindu Sabha temple in Brampton, highlighting the escalating violence of Khalistani extremism in Canada. Now, the incident has prompted widespread condemnation from various political leaders, including Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who's also spoken out against the attack. Taking to social media platform X, Trudeau said the acts of violence at the Hindu Sabha Mandir in Brampton today are unacceptable. Every Canadian has the right to practice their faith freely and safely. In fact, Canadian opposition leader Pierre Poilievre also strongly condemned the attack. Sharing a post, he said, completely unacceptable to see violence targeting worshippers at the Hindu Sabha Mandir in Brampton. In fact, Indian-origin Canadian MP Chandra Arya also condemned the attack and said that a red line has been crossed by Khalistani extremists. But as we continue to track this development, we're getting big breaking news on that front as far as reaction coming through with the Khalistanis attack temple in Canada. The High Commission of India has condemned the attack. So let's shift our focus now to that big news that we are tracking. In fact, the attack was outside the consular camp at temple, and they've gone on to state that disappointing to see disruptions in routine consular work and concerned for the safety of Indians and attempts to disrupt similar camps at other places. So we're also looking at more developments over here in terms of High Commission of India condemning the attack. Taking that across to Pradeep Datta, my colleague. Pradeep, very good morning. Given what we're looking at, it's absolutely alarming to say the least, with the videos as well. But with now this reaction coming through from the High Commission of India, of course condemning the attack, but also talking about the attack outside the consular camp at the temple, what else are we given to understand?
What's really unfortunate is that even after several hours of this brazen attack by those Khalistani extremist elements in Brampton, not a single arrest has been made. This way, they are only going to further encourage and embolden such elements, because already we have seen that in recent past, Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, has given the statements which has further encouraged them only. And Justin Trudeau is only coming out with those token condemnation and lip service. That's not really going to work. What actually the Indians right now are looking at, they want that action need to be initiated against those Khalistani extremist elements who had crossed the red line. Because in past we saw that they had been protesting outside the temple, but this time they they went inside the temple premises, with the sticks, they started targeting devotees. And Hindus is a very peaceful community and tolerant community. And they are the peace-loving people who are contributing in the GDP of Canada. So their security needs to be looked into, because in recent past we have seen there has been surge in attack on Hindus. Hindustanis, when I say Hindustanis, all those Sikhs who speak against Khalistanis and they speak for India, even they are not spared. And Hindustan, we have seen that several attacks on Indian embassies also, even Indian consulates are being vandalized in recent past. So there had been a targeted attack on these Hindus, Hindustanis and Hindustan. So I think this is high time when the Canadian government need to act. This token condemnation is not really going to work. But what is really unfortunate is that in recent past, the development that has taken place, what Canadian government is trying to do, they are trying to project the victims as villains, and the villains like Hardeep Singh Nijjar are being projected as activists and messiah of peace, the people who are involved in terror-related activity. And second thing is rightly said by one of the Canadian MP, Chandra Arya, that how these Khalistani elements, they are able to infiltrate into enforcement law agencies. Here on Times Network, we just viewed as back broke his story. We highlighted how Sandeep Singh Sandhu, person involved in the killing of Shaurya Chakra awardee and several terror-related incidents, he was promoted to the post of superintendent in Canadian Border Service Association. So how come you expect such people stopping these Khalistani terror elements from infiltrating into the Canadian soil? So Canada has become another Pakistan, like the way the Pakistan is providing a refuge to all those terror-related elements and anti-India elements. The same way, the Canadian soil is being used by the Khalistani terrorists, and they are harboring those Khalistani terror-related elements against Indian soil. So that is where actually, that's really a matter of concern. That's where actually the government of Canada need to look into. And the third and important point is that terrorists like Gurpatwant Singh Punnu, who is wanted by National Investigation Agency, the Times Network had accessed a letter which he had written in the month of September last year, asking Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to take action against the Indian High Commissioner, expel Indian High Commissioner. He is the one. A terrorist is providing evidence against India. So nothing can be more bizarre than this thing, the terrorist whose name is already there in the dossier that is being provided
Pradeep,
by the
although
Indian
you're drawing
government
perspective on that and reading into the situation for us, but for the moment I'd have to interject you there. But thank you for joining.